All right, to restate our opposing claims, our first opposing claim was that the Prism does not violate the Fourth Amendment because the Fourth Amendment only is concerning the U.S. citizens, and Prism is not intentionally targeting U.S. citizens. However, some U.S. citizens do have some outside connections outside of the country, but it is the NSA only looks on this outside and sees that if this American does not have any terrorist ties, they immediately just throw away the information. So, our second opposing is that Prism is harmless as it is to the people. They talk about how it harms privacy, and we think that it doesn't, and that the people of America don't really care about the privacy that it supposedly infiltrates. And our third opposing is that Freedom Act can't play a role with Prism because it would limit the security, and this would potentially cause more terrorist attacks. So Daniel Gallington says that people should not jump to oppose the Prism because such kinds of inaccurate statements are emotional and intended mostly for an audience with preconceived opinions or that hasn't been thought very hard about the dangerous consequences of an internet totally immune from surveillance. And this is from the U.S. News and World Report. For the second opposing claim that it is harmless to the people and it does not really infiltrate privacy, to kind of reassure, Shane Harris from CNN says that Americans have nothing to worry about because according to training manuals from Prism examined by the Washington Post, analysts are told that when Americans get caught in the net, they should just file a quarterly report about the incident and then it's nothing to worry about. So like I said earlier, if an American does happen to be targeted, it's most likely by accident and they wouldn't pursue any further investigation. So Colin mentioned that Obama, who we know and love, and Obama said that what I can say unequivocally is that if you are a U.S. person, the NSA cannot listen to your telephone calls, and the NSA cannot target your emails, and have not. And he said this according to a transcript provided by PBS. So if we know and love Obama, we elected him as president, we can trust Obama, and he is supporting the NSA, and he is saying we are not hacking into your calls, we are not checking your emails, and we are not invading your privacy. So allowing surveillance is reasonable. Keter Solomon from IT Pro says that, so is having emails scanned and metadata collected from phone calls really that big of a deal if there's a possibility that it can help save just one life? In that context, a reasonable person would most likely respond in the affirmative, especially when you consider that most emails are spam and the content of phone calls are not disclosed and there is no proven impact on the daily life of innocent people. So there is reasonable cause for the spying to support my third claim that the Freedom Act can't play a role in Prism because it would cause less security, and because supported by this example provided by Marshall Hanarov from a website called Tom's Guide, says that the NSA said that there were 54 cases where they were able to detect plans and stop them, and 50 of them led to arrest. 50 doesn't sound like a lot compared to the number of records, but would you have preferred to have 50 more Boston bombings? So he uses this kind of reason to say that yes, it's invading our privacy to a really, really small extent where people, it's barely even noticeable, but because of this invasion, we have prevented over at least 50 terrorist attacks. So restricting the program could risk American lives again. John Bolton from Christian Science Monitor states that most important, whatever fixes are made today must not deny America the tools to protect itself from terrorists, their state sponsors, and foreign adversaries, many of which are developing massive cyber warfare programs. Moreover, the largely preventable or imaginary invasions of privacy pale before security breakdowns that have allowed serious intelligence leaks. The NSA's opponents should be put on notice. If you materially restrict surveillance capabilities, like putting it under the Freedom Act, you risk having American blood on your hands. And to close, Obama commented on privacy and surveillance. And Obama stated that, I think it's important to recognize that you can't have 100% security and then also have 100% privacy and zero inconvenience. He said, as a society, you know we're gonna have to make some choices.
You're out of time. I'm sorry. Something went wrong with the timing. 4 minutes for the rebuttals.
Oh, I was thinking 7.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry to cut you off,
No,
but,
I was like done. Like,
okay.